Very often in a wrongful death case, there is an associated criminal action with it. A wrongful death case is what they call a civil action. It's an action to be brought for the loss, the personal loss, the economic loss caused by an accident. However, the criminal law also is often involved in a wrongful death case because there's someone that should be prosecuted because of it. Sometimes you'll see in a drunk driving case, for instance, or in some other culpable instance where the defendant not only acted unreasonably but criminally. So you have two different claims, two different processes going on at the same time. You have a criminal prosecution where the DA is involved, where investigators are involved, where the police are involved. And then you have a civil case where you have a lawyer involved trying to get some of that information from the police. So what you end up with is you have a civil case with a lawyer investigating an accident, pursuing that case. At the same time, a criminal case is being investigated. The police need to investigate it. The district attorney is involved. There are criminal investigators. Unfortunately, there is a criminal statute that prevents the civil lawyer from being able to get the information being gathered by the criminal process until the prosecution is completed. That's a law in Pennsylvania that we run up against multiple times. However, there are ways to get around that. There are certain elements of the investigation that we are able to get because we're not essentially impeding the scope of the investigation. So it takes a nuance, it takes a lawyer, it takes some maneuvering, but to avoid the impediment until there's actually a guilty plea or a conviction, it's important to have a lawyer because the lawyer's interested in getting all the immediate investigation as well. And the police are uniquely qualified to get that information, but they don't have to share it unless certain circumstances exist, and we've had to go to court multiple times in order to get that information. If you believe you have a wrongful death case, give our office a call. We'll be happy to help.